Good morning and welcome to SmackTalking Amigos. Pyro, pyro, pyro.
With him, James Bernard.
And this idiot, Kian Davidson, the new predictions champion. I don't want to give this over to you.
You'll probably win it back up Fastlane.
I probably will. Here you go.
Thank you.
And that means he's a prediction champion, which means we are coming hot off the back of the Elimination Chamber and finally the win.
The era of Wyatt has started.
It's begun.
Yes.
An amazing match.
Two of the biggest pops of the night was when he pinned John Cena and AJ Styles.
Absolutely, and the match itself, I would say, is one of the best Elimination Chambers of recent years.
Yes, because they've set up more than one feud. They've set up Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose now.
Yeah, and again, I was impressed with Baron Corbin at the Elimination Chamber. Again, he looks like a superstar. That can be a superstar, which is what we've been saying for a while now, but he's proved it in the past two pay-per-views, Royal Rumble and now Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, Baron Corbin is hot on the heels of a world title shot in the future. It won't come in the next 6 months, but it will come after that.
Well, we say it won't come in the next 6 months. What we heard from Talking Smack and Daniel Bryan last night was that it's going to be a battle royal for number one contendership.
Randy Orton refuses to battle Bray Wyatt for his
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yes, I put out a Twitter poll last night, just a one-day Twitter poll on SmackTalking Amigos, with Randy Orton giving up his chance to challenge Bray Wyatt at Mania for the WWE title. Who will challenge him? The options were AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, or Randy Orton.
Randy Orton won it.
And Randy Orton has won it.
So we're going to say he's probably going to get there. And talking of Twitter polls, please follow us at WWE Amigos. Please tweet hashtag SmackTalking Amigos or hashtag STA or even hashtag Davidson versus Owens.
Yeah.
Talking of Owens, and let's move on to Raw. We saw two huge parts of Raw, and I really want to go on to Bayley in a little while, but before we do, let's get the negative stuff out of the way and say Owens, not only does he want to fight you, he now has to ruin the Festival of Friendship with Chris Jericho and systematically destroy him.
He elevated himself to the next level on Monday night.
Kevin Owens, I agree.
He elevated himself to the next level.
Type of Owens we wanted to see.
Type of Owens you wanted to see, and there was when I think it was Jericho was looking at the list, you just saw a camera shot going to Owens and he just had that look, dropping the microphone, dropping the title.
He wasn't going to be funny Kevin Owens anymore. It was tantamount to me to some of the changes we've seen when John Cena, for example, goes from being Fruity Pebbles John Cena to being I'm going to kick your ass John Cena.
It kind of reminded me of the Shield split up.
Yeah. It wasn't quite the build, obviously, because the Shield were together for so long. Yeah. But I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming. I saw it coming before Mania. I didn't see it coming Monday night.
I saw it perhaps at Fastlane.
Yeah.
But we have seen them. This is a bit of a criticism of WWE lately. We have seen them let things happen before the pay-per-views on the house show, or not the house shows, on Raw or SmackDown. So, for example, we saw Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And he could have been an amazing, amazing pay-per-view superstar to introduce. However, I think that they want to get more viewership to introduce these stars. And if you looked at Samoa Joe's interview this week with Michael Cole, he looks like a superstar that's going to get over.
I think it's more with Raw than SmackDown, because I think Raw are trying to get the ratings up. They're obviously going to go up because the NFL season has finished now and there's no Monday Night Football. But
congratulations, Falcons.
Yeah, on blowing a 25-point lead in the fourth quarter. Biggest choke of all time. But Raw need to bring through these stars because they need to get up, because SmackDown is so close to Raw in the ratings now. I think SmackDown hands-on for the last 6, 7, 8 weeks has been better than Monday Night Raw.
And you can see it by the ratings.
And I think this Tuesday night was way better than Monday Night Raw. Again,
SmackDown is doing what Raw should have done, which is they've created enough stars in enough titles that they're creating enough buzz. So we have various different feuds. I mean, the women's alone have 3 different feuds among the women. That's huge.
Yeah, I know. Whereas in the Raw women's, you've got 1.
Yeah. And talking of that one, you know I'm a hugger.
Yeah.
We have to give a huge congratulations out to Bayley.
Yeah, congratulations to Bayley, but again, it's going along the same path with Sasha Banks as well. Charlotte will win it back at Fastlane.
Or at WrestleMania. She
Or at
does
WrestleMania.
either one. I would have liked to have seen them let the payoff be at WrestleMania.
I
For Bayley.
wanted Bayley to get a moment at WrestleMania.
I did, and now whatever happens at WrestleMania, even if Bayley were to lose the title and then to win it back at WrestleMania, it's going to take away from it. Match itself was brilliant. I think Bayley really took it to Charlotte, finishing with a Bayley to Bayley after a chair shot by Sasha on the outside to Charlotte. Does it cheapen Bayley's win?
No, I don't think it cheapens Bayley win. I've liked the feud. I've liked fan versus star feud, and they broke kayfabe. Sasha broke kayfabe.
Do you know what? I think what they're doing with Charlotte Flair, and this is just my prediction on it, and I'm going to say it first to you, SmackTalking Amigos. I think they want to give Charlotte Flair at least 16 title runs, like Rick had.
Yeah.
I don't think that the women can wrestle quite as long as the men, because I think that the men's bodies are more durable at an older age. That's not being disrespectful towards women. I just think that the women suffer more injuries at this stage of wrestling. It seems to happen. So I think they need to rush Charlotte's titles in order to get a 16.
But I said this last week. You've got women's wrestlers. You've got your Nikki Bellas. You've got your Beckys. You've got your Baileys. You've got your Sashas. Then you've got Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is on a completely different level.
Different level.
I wouldn't even call her women's ability to wrestle. Her ability to wrestle is phenomenal. She will give most of the Raw men's locker room and SmackDown a run for their money. And I think they're going to do something along the lines as what they did with China back in the Attitude Era.
They could do. And you know what? The IWC in their the PWI pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
I think they should start recognising Charlotte as one of the top wrestlers and top 10 wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
Because for me, she is.
Not only does she produce phenomenal matches, she gets all her skill set out, and she brings out the best in whoever she's fighting.
You can see it against Sasha, you can see, and we're looking forward to seeing it against Nia Jax at some point. Because that would be huge.
And hopefully Dana at some point.
Yeah, Dana, who seems to work out like a Trojan. She's so fit. But more about Bayley, we must say, besides that, a massive congratulations to Bayley. We were delighted to see the most over wrestler on the roster at the moment.
It's not often a fan gets goosebumps when the 1, 2, 3 gets counted, but I think every wrestling fan had to feel it for Bayley, because you knew how much she wanted.
Yeah. And she
is the epitome of, no matter what you think, if you want to be a WWE superstar, you will be a WWE superstar.
Talking of superstars that want to be a WWE superstar, are a WWE superstar, and are handpicked as WWE superstars, I've got to talk to you about the snooze fest that was Roman Reigns this week. I'm sorry. I know your thoughts on Roman. I think he puts on some great matches, and I have been the first to say recently his matches have seriously improved in my eyes.
Again, it was same old at the start. Stephanie come out, Roman confront her, say I want Braun Strowman or else. WWE have to be really careful with Roman Reigns now, what they do leading up to Mania, because if they do what we both think they're going to do, they are going to literally ruin his career.
Yeah, they could well ruin his career. I think he needs to go into Mania as a heel against The Undertaker.
But again, I don't think he should face The Undertaker, because he's getting so much heat.
So much.
WWE will ruin his career if they put him against The Undertaker, because he will have to retire The Undertaker. That's what WWE will want. But WWE have this fascination about him being the top babyface, and he's not getting over whatsoever.
He's not. I'm sorry. We've seen it. It's been an experiment that's lasted 3 years now. Roman Reigns is not a babyface. At best, he's a tweener. He's in between.
Yeah.
I think he's a top heel.
Roman Reigns is a babyface if he's in the stable with the Shield.
Yeah.
Or
he's a top heel.
Yeah. But I mentioned to you before, and I'll say it again. He got over as a face for about 2 weeks last year at the end of 2015 when he was against the Authority, like Steve Austin storyline.
And they didn't allow it to continue,
No.
and then they shoved it down our throats. And if you look at the difference between Reigns and, say, John Cena has been shoved down our throats, but John Cena could never have been a heel.
No.
Reigns has a personality, they think, shit, you would be a great heel.
And he has been a heel. In NXT, he's been a heel. Starting part with the Shield, he was a heel. And his mic work when he's a heel is better than when he's a face.
Because he doesn't have to say anything.
No. And his skill set is suited to a heel skill set because he's only got the same 5 moves.
Yeah. And he could destroy. I mean, the only way he gets over against the Undertaker, the only way they don't destroy his career as well as ruining the Undertaker's legacy is you let Reigns destroy the Undertaker at WrestleMania. You let the Undertaker pick up a victory. You let them have a rematch at the next pay-per-view, which will be the one after WrestleMania. Will be Unforgiven or something like that.
I think it's Extreme Rules or Payback. Fitting.
Yeah,
Payback.
Payback. And you let Reigns get a win over Taker at Payback. But you let him become a heel at WrestleMania.
There was one indication, and it was, I think, Dave Meltzer, writes for Pro Wrestling Magazine, I think, and he said there's 2 ways they can go into WrestleMania with Roman Reigns. Is that they can have him get beat by the Undertaker, and then you see them embrace at the end, Undertaker passing over the guard,
sort of passing the torch
to Roman Reigns, or Roman Reigns methodically beats the Undertaker down, even more so than Brock Lesnar did at 30.
And he just doesn't let him stop. He
beats him down and beats him and gets massive heat, and then you've got a massive heel run, and then you can give him the title.
And maybe he gets heat with Triple H coming out and applauding him, and then we see it. The sort of stable that we've heard talked about is Triple H, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe. Add Roman Reigns to that.
This is strange. This is funny because I've mentioned to friends before that the Triple H story is a never-ending story, and I said to him that I wouldn't be surprised if Roman Reigns is actually the guy in the end for Triple H.
He could be. He's been pushed as the guy for long enough.
He methodically beats down Undertaker. Triple H just comes out after he methodically beats down Seth Rollins, maybe. Applauds Roman Reigns, they shake hands.
And that's it.
Or Roman Reigns helps Triple H beat down Seth Rollins.
We've got to say about Seth Rollins, we do hope he's back for WrestleMania.
Yes, there was. He doesn't need surgery, thankfully.
So he'll probably be back.
And there was a nice picture of him and Finn Balor in recovery. So
which is awesome.
We are wishing Seth Rollins well. If his scheduled time is on, he should be back 2 weeks before Mania because it's 7 weeks till Mania. But on Raw, another thing I'd like to talk about is we've waited 17 weeks for it, and it lasted all of about 90 seconds.
Emma's debut.
Yeah. Emelina's. Soon to be Emma.
What do you think about it? It was a you can't say anything about it, can you?
That's getting over more than Roman Reigns. So.
Yeah. It's just strange, it's the same with Zack Ryder. I don't know why they did this. We've been saying it too long. Emma will get over. She's a great wrestler. Yeah. We know she's a great wrestler, and she looks fantastic.
Yeah.
She looks gorgeous.
Yeah. I think she does something at Fastlane or someone.
Yeah. Maybe something to do with Bailey or whomever.
Maybe Sash. Or maybe Charlotte.
Or Sash.
Any more points?
No, I think the rest of Raw. I'll be honest with you. US title is with Jericho, right?
Yeah.
That's what I couldn't remember.
I have to give a great applaud out to the painting on Festival of Friendship.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that above the fireplace?
Oh, I would want. I'm thinking about getting that painting done at us too. So I don't know how you feel about that.
Who am I?
I'm the naked one.
Of course.
Of course. As I said, if Ellsworth win the title, we're doing
So
this.
I have the main title.
You have the main title. So, and then...
But another point is they are slowly dwindling Mick Foley out.
Yeah, I've noticed that, and I think that we'll probably see the introduction of someone like Kurt Angle or HBK as the second in command. HBK would be fantastic because of his relationship with Triple H and Tiffany.
Or could you see Triple H do it? Bring back the authority stable.
You know, we criticised that so much when that was in Power, and actually, you've got to say it gave Raw some structure.
It did.
Much more structure.
Yeah.
And now
and with Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens as his muscle.
Yeah, you've got.
And possibly Roman Reigns.
That's one hell of a stable.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably better than Seth Rollins and M&M Security.
Yeah. Yes. That was a massive stable.
Yeah, massive stable.
But on to SmackDown now, and it started off with Bray Wyatt coming out and saying it's the era of Wyatt.
He spoke well, as we'd expect him to, but you know what? He didn't speak in riddles. He just said, "This is what I promised you guys. Follow me, and I'll lead you to glory."
Yeah,
as he says.
So that cued John Cena to come out.
Yeah.
John Cena sucks. Cena sucks. Then it cued AJ Styles to come out.
A phenomenal one.
Then they had a little argument. AJ demanded his rematch. John Cena demanded his rematch. Then it cued the Yes Man to come out.
Yes.
And he was on fire this week.
He was. I think he's. You know what? It's the first time this weekend. Well, it's not actually. I've seen him recently, especially on Talking Smack. But since he's had a baby, he looks like he's having fun in his position.
Yes. He looks like he's having more fun.
And as an authority figure, Daniel Bryan is brilliant.
Yeah. His little segment with Nikki and Natty this week I thought was good.
He's just very cool, and you can see the wrestlers respect him. And the fans remember him. Mick Foley, I remember him because I was from that era, but he probably was just after your era.
I started
whippersnapper, you.
I started watching wrestling. Him versus Edge, was it WrestleMania 21? Yeah. And that's when he was dwindling out.
So I saw him come through as Mankind when he first came through from ECW, and he was huge. But Bryan was a phenomenon.
Yeah.
An absolute phenomenon for a year.
And he wasn't getting over, but overnight he just got the Yes movement. And the Yes movement has just kept on going. Even with him out for a year, what was it? The Yes movement still kept going.
Oh, I'm sorry,
because it's so simple just to do yes.
So we saw him make a huge match for later.
Yeah, triple threat match.
I mean, if you're going to be put in a triple threat match and prove yourself, John Cena and
AJ Styles
are the two men to do it against.
Then we saw American Alpha versus the Ascension. I don't really get it with the Ascension.
No,
I don't get why they're trying to push them so hard.
You know who we say that we would like to see pushed? Is the Gentleman.
Yes, of the Four Villains.
The Four Villains. We would like to see them pushed. We said that from the beginning. Sam Gotch and
Aiden English.
We like to see them. We like to see them pushed in the.
They do things
division.
with such sophistication.
Yeah, and if Jack Gallagher could join that, perhaps.
Then
you got another thing coming. But I don't know quite why they're pushing the Ascension moment. I can't see what they're doing with Alpha, but we did see the Usos come out at the end and say, "Listen, you want a challenge?"
Yeah.
I like the Usos.
Yeah, I do. But do you know who I would like even more?
Who?
Because they're free agents now. Broken Hardy to come and challenge.
Well, just going completely off of WWE for a minute, Broken Hardys this week did say they are going on a mission around the world
to deem every tag team title holders obsolete.
So, I don't quite know how that works, but you can see the Hardys on SmackDown, can't you?
Yeah. It's the best gimmick in years, I think.
Yeah. And it's strange, and Vanguard 1 now has teleportation.
Yeah.
Because Vanguard 1 has teleportation, and you don't want to argue with Matt Hardy.
That The funny thing is, I was reading up on TNA, and we thought they filmed things 3 weeks in advance, yeah? Apparently, they record months of episodes in just 1 week. That's why people like Drew Gallagher can go and wrestle on the independent circuit. That's why Bobby Lashley can be part of Bellator, because he only has to do 1 week wrestling a month.
And you've got to see why that makes sense in terms of for the wrestlers who are fighting, because one thing they say about WWE is the schedule is so grueling.
Yes, it is grueling. They're fighting 6 nights a week.
Yeah. And the promotion that's really making quite a lot of waves is What Culture's promotion in England.
What Culture is making waves, and also I think Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor
is
as well.
Coming up now.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jay Lethal just finally lost the title, didn't he?
Yes.
So
to Adam Cole.
Yeah.
But on to Mickie James and Becky Lynch. My Irish last kicker finally got me a victory at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, and then my Mickie James faking an injury, doing the veteran thing, gets a win back.
Doing the veteran and heel thing.
And Mickey's been a very, very pleasant addition to the SmackDown Women's roster.
Yeah, and she is the extra one who has added to allow 3 feuds.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And Naomi looked good. We must congratulate her on winning. In fact, we've seen 2 new women's champion the past week.
Congratulations to Naomi. Hard work does pay off.
It does.
Always humble, never satisfied.
That being said, we've heard she might have an injury.
Yes, unfortunately.
But I think she'll be all right. I think it's going to be. Hopefully, it'll be a short-term injury. We can see Naomi going to WrestleMania as a champion. I want to see 6 ways for women's championship at WrestleMania. The SmackDown women.
Yes.
Do it. Let's do it. Let's come on, Mr. Bryan. We want that. That's what we want. And Shayna.
Yes. So we go on to Natty versus Nikki. I've heard rumours and I've heard people talking on Twitter all week saying that this feud is getting boring.
I don't think it's boring, but I think they went with the big shot, which was, well, I could have John Cena if it wasn't you. Early.
Yeah.
I think they went with that shot early. You know, they haven't brought up Tyson Kidd yet.
No.
But if Nikki brings up Tyson Kidd, then it really brings, you know, it's really makes Nikki into the heel.
Yeah.
I think I see a double switch on the way. I think Natty still gets cheered about. I think I could see. I want to see Nikki as a heel again. I think it's hard to make Nikki a heel with Daniel Bryan being the general manager of SmackDown.
It is, and there are rumours that Nikki is having problems with her neck again, and that she might retire after Mania.
Well,
like Brie retired last year.
I think you let Nikki retire as a champ because I think they deserve it.
You let her win it at Mania?
Yeah, I think you let her win her at Mania. You still got John Cena there, who's unlikely to retire for another
decade.
I mean, maybe a decade. That's a bit long. If he does another decade.
John Cena's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal.
And going on to schedules, he's dwindling down and he's still wrestling 4 times a week. At least.
And you know, if any of you have watched Total
Bellas is now on WWE Network, so you can watch it.
Yeah, but I don't watch Total Bellas, of course. Right. But if any of you might have watched it, I don't know, they just might have watched it. They might have seen John Cena
and you were raving to me that you wanted to see Total Bellas.
I have watched it, and you can see the effort John Cena puts in to get back from injury. I just want to talk finally about the match of the night, of course.
Yes, the match of the night, the triple threat match. Bray Wyatt won with his sister Abigail on Big Match John.
Big Match John. That means that John Cena has been pinned twice by Mr. Wyatt in a week or so.
Yes.
What a good way to make your champion look strong.
Yeah, probably against 2 of the biggest stars.
In the world.
In the world. Yeah.
In the world in terms of wrestling, I think you've got 2 huge stars there.
But this is the interesting thing. I've watched the match and they bring out the best in everyone. John Cena brought out the best in Bray Wyatt. I haven't seen that side of Bray Wyatt since maybe The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Or maybe when he was wrestling John Cena first time.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say John Cena the first time at WrestleMania. And AJ obviously can have a fight with anybody.
Yeah. AJ could have a fight with a mop bucket and make it look good.
And when you look at the draft picks and you look at AJ and John Cena, and you look at Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, I think we there have the reason why SmackDown is doing better than Raw.
I said I said back before the draft, Seth Rollins would be number 1 pick, but whoever John Cena goes to, that will be the dominant brand.
You did say that.
Because John Cena is still the face of the franchise.
And I never normally listen to you.
No.
I should maybe just start.
After he won, Randy Orton came out, the 2017 Royal Rumble winner, and he said, with all the luxuries that come with it, I devote my undivided loyalty to you.
The Master,
Bray Wyatt.
I will give up my title opportunity.
And Bray Wyatt said, you've just won the keys to my kingdom, my friend. It'd be interesting to see because Randy Orton had just a little glimpse down at the title.
You've got to remember, Randy Orton's a Viper.
Yeah.
You've also got to remember the RKO comes out.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Takes one thing for Bray Wyatt to do wrong,
Yeah.
and Randy will capitalise on it.
But vice versa.
But vice versa. I think they let Bray look strong, and I think
we still see Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania.
yeah, I do as well. Battle Royal will be nice to see next week, even if it makes it a triple threat.
Yeah.
Which Randy needs to come in to help out Bray or what have you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He comes in, helps out Bray, then turns on Bray at the last minute and wins the title.
What about if Taker enters Battle Royal next week?
Yeah. Taker versus Bray.
Worst things to see? Better than Roman Reigns versus Taker.
Yeah.
On that note, we are the SmackTalking Amigos.
Okay, we are the SmackTalking Amigos at WWE Amigos on Twitter and on Instagram.
Follow us, hashtag SCA, hashtag SmackTalking Amigos, the SmackTalking Amigos on the YouTubes, but you'll see our YouTube channel from our Twitter and our Instagram.
Hashtag Owens versus Davidson because I really want it to happen before Mania or at Mania.
Mania, that'll do. Peace.